Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tiffany, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get this makeup look. This look is inspired by fall, but it's kind of sort of giving me Christmas vibes with the green here in the inner corner, but I ain't mad at it. This video is going to be a voiceover. We're going to jump right into the look. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to see how to get this look, then please keep watching. First things first, let's start on these eyes. I'm going to prime using Born This Way concealer by Too Faced in the color Warm Sand. I'm going to first apply it right onto the eyelid and then blend it out with a dry beauty blender. I learned this trick from Nikki Tutorials, and it's the fastest way to blend in your concealer if you're using it for an eye base. Next, I'm just going to take a brush and blend out the outer edges to make sure it is all seamless. The first color I'm going to go in with is from Inglot, and it's in the shade 301. And I'm going to apply that right to the outer corner of my eyelid. For the best color payoff, I'm going to tap it on the lid first and then go in and blend it out later. I'm going to apply it in an angular motion, kind of how you would apply wing liner. For my transition color, I'm also going to use an Inglot shadow. This is in the number 300, and I'm just going to apply that directly into the crease and also use it to help blend out the edges of the first color we laid down. I've had these Inglot eyeshadows for a while now. They're not my favorite to use. They're kind of hard to blend. Next, I'm going to go back and add a little bit more of the darkest shade. I'm going to go in between both of these steps for a while until I'm happy with the blend and the color payoff. So I'm just going to pack on that red color and then go in with the transition and blend out the edges. I'm going to take this next shade here, also from Inglot, called 296, and I'm going to use that to help blend out the darkest color we applied. I'm just placing it right beside the burgundy, packing it on first and then going in to blend it out later. Here, I'm taking the transition color and using it to blend out the edges as much as I can. Again, I found these Inglot shadows hard to work with. I'm gonna go back in with the transition and blend out the edges until everything is pretty seamless. Next, I'm gonna go in with this color here from the Juvias Saharan 2 palette, which is a nice mint green color, and I'm gonna place it right on the eyelid. Now, technically, I'm not cutting the crease, but I am bringing the shadow up above my mobile eyelid just to make the eyes look a little bit bigger and stand out a little more. This to me is easier than actually cutting the crease with concealer. You don't have to be as precise, but it still enables you to have a nice defined eyelid. Next, I'm going to go in with this same brush and blend those two colors together. This step is very important. You do not want to skip this step or your eyeshadows will not look blended, and that ain't cute. Next, I'm going to apply this black mousse liner by NYX. I'm going to create my wing with it. I'm going to take your time with creating your wing as always, because once you mess up, it is over. Now that I've gotten the outline done, I'm just going to go in with the same eyeliner and fill everything in. To deepen up the outer edge just a little bit, I'm going to go in with Coconut Grove by NARS, just because I wanted a little bit more depth there on the outer corner. The Coconut Grove wasn't quite dark enough for me, so I went in with a black eyeshadow to give me that depth and a little bit of smokiness. I'm just taking it right there on the outer edge and blending it into the transition color. Next is lashes. These are Miami Lashes by Lily Lashes. And then for primer, I'm going to go in with a Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer and apply that all over my face. starting with the areas where I have the largest pores and I tend to get a little oily. I make sure that I work this primer in really good so it's all melted and has sunk into the skin. For foundation, I'm going to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the color Mahogany. I'm still loving this foundation. I did a review of it on my channel. It is still bomb AF, and it is still, I think, my perfect match right now. And of course, I am blending that in with a damp beauty blender. As always, the beauty blender is probably my favorite tool to use to apply my foundation and concealers and powders. Make sure you blend the foundation all the way down to the neck so it is nice and seamless. And for concealer, I'm going to use the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the color Biscuit. I'm going to apply that to all the usual areas under the eyes, forehead, nose, and chin. That's going to give you a nice highlight and brighten up the center of the face. And also I'll bring the concealer in pretty close to the nose to help contour my nose and make it look a little slimmer. Blending it all out with my damp beauty blender as usual. I love this concealer. Every time I stop using it to use something different and then I pick it back up, I'm like, why did I ever stop? It is perfect. I just wish they would come out with more shades because I would love to have different colors to choose from in this concealer. Next, I'm going to go in and set all the areas I highlighted using my Sephora Mattifying Powder Foundation in the color Golden Fawn. Doing this step is going to help set the concealer, make sure it doesn't crease, and also I think it smooths everything out and makes it look a little bit more airbrushed. Next, I'm going to go in with some setting powder. I like to set twice with a pressed powder and then with a loose powder. This is actually a mix of the Laura Mercier translucent powder and the Sacha Buttercup. I felt like the Sacha Buttercup was too dark and the Laura Mercier was too light, so I mixed them and it worked out pretty good. I'm going to dust that away quickly. As you guys know, I don't like to bake. Just as soon as I get it all applied, I like to brush it away because I don't want it to look too dry or too ashy. I am going to leave the bake around my nose though because I do get really oily there. Next, I'm going to set my entire face with Sephora's MicroSmooth powder in the color Hazelnut. This helps to blend everything together. It helps to blend the highlight into your skin and make everything look a lot more seamless. And then to contour my cheeks, I'm going to go in with Bobbi Brown's bronzing powder in the color Deep 4. Gonna apply that to my cheekbones and my forehead as well. And this is actually gonna help bronze and warm up the skin. To contour and make my cheekbones pop a little more, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I'm gonna mix all 3 shades and apply it right to the cheekbones. This step is pretty much unnecessary. I like to do it if I wanna look a little bit more chiseled, but you can definitely skip it. Next, I'm gonna apply Cinnamon Blush by NYX right to the apples of the cheeks. And then I'm gonna go back in with the transition color and apply it right to the under eye area. So basically for my under eyelid, is it called under eyelid? Lower lash line. So basically for my lower lash line, I like to add all of the colors that I added to the lid, to the lower lash line, just to make everything look a little bit more cohesive and put together. So I first went in with the transition color, the light brown, and then I'm gonna go in with the darker shades as well and then blend them all out. For my waterline, I'm gonna add this eye pencil by Urban Decay called Whiskey, which is a really pretty warm brown shade. For lips, I'm gonna go in with ColourPop's BFF3 liner and line my lips. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with Flesh 3. This is one of Pat McGrath's matte trance lipsticks, and these are really pretty, nice and pigmented. And I'm just gonna blot it in because I don't want the full pigment. I just want a nice wash of color. Then to contour my lips, I'm gonna go in with a darker lip liner. This is called Two Lips, and it's also by ColourPop. And this is just gonna allow my lips to look a lot more fuller because I am slightly overlining my lips. Not too much because I already have full lips, but just a little. And then for lip gloss, I'm gonna go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Sepia Lip Gloss and apply that all over. For setting spray, I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and I'm literally going to bathe myself in it. This fan definitely helps the drying process go a lot faster. For highlight, I'm going to use MAC's Whisper of Guilt and add it to my cheekbones, to my nose, and to the inner corners of my eyes, and also the brow bone. While I was doing the voiceover, I was like, something's missing from this look, and it definitely was the highlight. The highlight definitely completes the look. Okay guys, this completes this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do if you did. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I upload a video, which is twice a week. Don't forget to follow me on all of my socials, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. I will link all of that down below in the description box. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and until my next one, bye.